Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and enthusiasts. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified whenever we dive deep into the world of rare coins and their incredible value. In today's video, we're going to explore an extraordinary coin, the 1967 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. This penny, which might seem common at first glance, has a fascinating story and could be worth far more than you might expect. Now, we're not just talking about your typical 1967 penny. We're diving into the unique aspects that set this coin apart, making it an item of interest for collectors, investors, and even treasure hunters. So let's get into it. The 1967 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running series that began in 1909, featuring President Abraham Lincoln. By 1967, this series was well established, and the coin's design had remained consistent since 1909, with the obverse displaying Lincoln's bust and the reverse featuring the famous 1 cent inscription. What makes the 1967 Lincoln penny particularly intriguing is its minting process and how, despite its seemingly ordinary appearance, there are certain rare versions that can be worth a small fortune. Normally, 1967 pennies are found with a mint mark, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. However, certain examples without any mint mark have stirred significant interest in the numismatic community. So, what's the big deal with a 1967 penny that lacks a mint mark? Let's break this down. A mint mark indicates where the coin was minted. The absence of a mint mark on a 1967 penny suggests that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, where coins were struck without a mint mark before the 1980s. Normally, a lack of mint mark on such a coin would not be very remarkable, but in this case, there is some speculation that the absence of a mint mark could indicate a rarity, perhaps due to an error or unique production anomaly. These types of coins, known as error coins, can sometimes lead to significant discoveries, and that is where the value lies. While most 1967 pennies are worth only their face value of 1 cent, there are certain factors that could cause a 1967 penny with no mint mark to be worth a lot more. First, let's take a look at the coin's condition. The grade or condition of a coin is one of the most critical aspects when determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from good to mint state. A penny in near-perfect or uncirculated condition, with little to no signs of wear and tear, can be worth much more than a coin that has seen heavy circulation. For the 1967 no mint mark penny, if it has been well preserved and has no noticeable scratches, dings, or discoloration, it could command a much higher price. So, what exactly is the current market value of this rare penny? It varies based on its condition, but let's give you an estimate. For a typical 1967 Lincoln penny without a mint mark in good or fine condition, you're still looking at something relatively low in value. These are usually worth about 10 to 50 cents, and in most cases, you'll find them in this price range. But here's where things get interesting. If the coin is in very fine or better condition, meaning it's in remarkable shape with minimal wear, it could be worth several dollars. For coins that are in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, values can start at $5 to $10. However, if the penny has been verified as an error coin, or has some unique characteristics that collectors are seeking, such as a double die, it can dramatically increase in value. A 1967 no mint mark penny in exceptional, near perfect condition could fetch upwards of $100 or more at auction. But that's just the beginning. If you happen to come across a coin with an incredibly rare error, such as a misstrike or a double die, the value could skyrocket into the thousands. You might be wondering, could this coin really be worth millions of dollars? While it's rare, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Here's why. The market for rare coins is unpredictable, and sometimes coins that were once considered common can increase in value over time due to changes in demand or the discovery of unique errors. To illustrate this, let's look at some of the most expensive coins in history. Coins like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel or the 1794 flowing hair dollar were once just regular coins, but due to rarity, error, and unique characteristics, they became worth millions. It's the same with the 1967 no mint mark penny. If there is a special error or an anomaly with the coin, it could certainly attract collectors willing to pay a hefty sum. If you think you've got a valuable 1967 Lincoln penny on your hands, you'll want to have it professionally appraised by a certified coin grader. But there are a few things you can look for before heading to an expert. Some 1967 pennies might have double die errors, where the inscription or the image appears twice due to a flaw in the minting process. These errors can increase the value of the coin. A penny in uncirculated condition will be worth significantly more than a well-worn one. Look for sharp details and no signs of wear. Even if your 1967 penny doesn't have a mint mark, it could still be rare if it has unique characteristics like unusual toning, overdates, or other anomalies. If you think you've found a valuable 1967 penny, there are a few places where you can sell it. Visit a reputable coin dealer who can examine your penny and offer you a price. You might also want to consider selling your penny at a coin auction, where rare and valuable coins are regularly sold to collectors. Platforms like eBay have dedicated coin collectors, and sometimes you can get a great price for rare coins through online bidding. In summary, the 1967 Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark is more than just a piece of currency. It has the potential to be a rare, valuable collector's item, especially if you find one with unique characteristics or errors. While most 1967 pennies are worth only a few cents, if you come across one in exceptional condition, it could be worth much more, potentially even thousands of dollars. And for the right rare error, the price could climb into the millions. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the 1967 Lincoln penny, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. 1971's Lincoln penny, a coin that might be hiding in your collection or change jar, but could be worth way more than you expect. I'll be sharing the current market value of this penny, its unique features, and why certain versions of this coin could potentially be worth thousands, or even millions of dollars. If you love coins, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any valuable insights into rare and collectible coins. Let's start with the basics. The 1971's Lincoln penny was minted at the San Francisco Mint. It features the famous Abraham Lincoln design by Victor David Brenner on the obverse, with Lincoln's portrait on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. At first glance, this might seem like just another regular penny, but this coin has some potential hidden value. It was struck with the S Mint mark, which indicates it was produced at the San Francisco Mint, a mint that sometimes produced special coins, including proof and rare varieties, making the 1971's a coin that stands out. Now, the 1971's Lincoln penny itself isn't particularly rare in terms of overall mintage. According to the United States Mint records, over 3.6 billion 1971 pennies were made that year, with a significant portion coming from the San Francisco Mint. However, what makes the 1971's unique is that there are some key variations in the coin's quality and condition that can affect its value dramatically. For example, while most of these coins are worth just 1 cent in average circulated condition, there are special versions that could command much higher prices. These are mostly coins that have been well preserved, uncirculated, or show unique errors. Additionally, the market value of the 1971's can rise dramatically if it's in a higher grade, especially if it's a proof coin. Speaking of proof coins, let's talk about that. Some 1971's pennies were struck as proof coins. These coins were intended for collectors and were struck with a higher quality die, meaning they have a mirror-like finish and much sharper details compared to regular circulating coins. A proof 1971's penny in perfect condition could be worth more than just the face value. In fact, these coins can range in price from a few dollars to over $20 or even more, depending on their grade and the condition they are in. Keep in mind that a coin's grade is determined by its level of wear or preservation, and the better the grade, the higher the potential value. If you have a 1971's penny, you might want to check for mint errors, as these can significantly increase its value. Errors are not too common, but they do happen. Some of the most sought-after errors on pennies include doubled dies, mis-strikes, and off-center strikes. For example, a doubled die error, where the design appears to have been stamped twice, can make a coin highly valuable. A 1971 penny with a doubled die could easily be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the error's severity and its condition. Be sure to carefully inspect your coins with a magnifying glass, because these errors are often small but can be a goldmine for collectors. If you find what you believe to be a rare version of the 1971 penny, the next step is to get it graded by a professional coin grading service. Coin grading is the process of determining a coin's quality based on its condition, and it plays a huge role in determining its market value. The two most respected grading services are the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A coin in mint state condition, which is a grade of 60 or above, can fetch much higher prices than coins that are heavily worn or damaged. A perfect example of a 1971 penny, especially a proof coin with no visible flaws, could fetch a premium price. So, how much is your 1971 Lincoln penny actually worth? Well, it really depends on its condition and whether it has any special features. In circulated condition, the 1971 penny is worth only 1 cent, the same as any regular penny. If your penny is in uncirculated condition, it could be worth anywhere from $1 to $10, depending on its quality. For proof coins, you might be looking at anywhere from $5 to $20 or more for a well-preserved example. However, if you happen to have a 1971 penny with a rare mint error or a very high grade, the value can increase dramatically, and you could be looking at thousands of dollars. In rare cases, especially with well-preserved proof coins or unique mint errors, the value of a 1971 Lincoln penny could even reach into the millions of dollars. Though this is extremely rare and would require a collector willing to pay top dollar for such an exceptional piece. If you believe you've found a rare or valuable 1971 penny, your next step is to either have it appraised or sell it. If you're looking to sell, there are several options. You can sell your coin through an auction house, an online marketplace like eBay, or even through specialized coin dealers. Before selling, it's important to know the current market trends and what collectors are looking for. Rare coins can fluctuate in value, and having the coin professionally graded can help ensure that you get the best price possible. So there you have it. The 1971 Lincoln penny might just be a small and seemingly ordinary coin, but it has the potential to be much more. Whether it's a proof coin, a mint error, or just in great condition, your 1971 penny could be worth a lot more than you think. If you've found a 1971 penny or any other rare coin, make sure to inspect it carefully for errors and get it graded to fully understand its value. And if you're looking for more coin tips and news, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1972 No Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1 cent penny. In this video, we're going to discuss everything you need to know about this rare find, its current market value, and why it's considered a collector's dream. If you're into coin collecting or just curious about the hidden gems in your coin jar, stick around, because this penny might just be the one you've been waiting to discover. Before we dive into the value of the 1972 No Mint Mark penny, let's set the stage by talking a bit about the history behind it. The Abraham Lincoln 1 cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been in circulation since 1909. The 1972 Lincoln penny, like many others, features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. What sets the 1972 No Mint Mark penny apart from others is the fact that it's a part of a small group of pennies that didn't have a mint mark on them, which is a rarity for certain years. The U.S. Mint normally places a mint mark on coins produced in its facilities, such as D for Denver or S for San Francisco. However, in 1972, a batch of pennies were produced at the Philadelphia Mint without the mint mark, making them much harder to identify and more valuable to collectors who know where to look. Why does a missing mint mark make this penny so special? Well, coin collectors, or numismatists, are constantly on the lookout for any variation or imperfection in minting, and a lack of a mint mark in a year where it's supposed to be there is something rare and highly sought after. It indicates a minting error, or rather, an oversight in the process, which gives it a distinct place in coin collecting history. The Philadelphia Mint typically produced most of the pennies in 1972, and they were supposed to carry the P mint mark. However, in this case, a batch of these pennies was struck without the mint mark. So, when collectors stumble upon these 1972 pennies with no mint mark, they immediately recognize that they have a rare and potentially valuable coin in their hands. So, what makes the 1972 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth so much? A few factors come into play when determining its value, and here's what you need to know. Condition. The condition of the coin is crucial. Coins that are in mint state, meaning they have been preserved with minimal wear, will be worth significantly more than those with heavy scratches or discoloration. The more pristine the coin, the higher its potential value. Coins with higher grades, such as MS-65 or better, will command premium prices. Rarity. Rarity plays a significant role in the coin's value. Since the 1972 no mint mark penny was not widely distributed or easily found, there are fewer of them in circulation. This makes them rare, which directly impacts their price. The fewer there are available, the more valuable they become to collectors looking to add them to their collection. Demand. As the popularity of coin collecting continues to grow, the demand for rare coins, especially those with unique features like the missing mint mark, increases as well. The higher the demand and the lower the supply, the higher the price. Grade and authentication. Having your coin professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, (NGC), or Professional Coin Grading Service, (PCGS), can add significant value. These organizations will assess the coin's condition and assign it a grade, which can help determine its worth in the market. So, let's get to the million-dollar question. How much is the 1972 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth? While the value of any coin can fluctuate depending on market conditions, in recent years, a 1972 no mint mark penny in uncirculated or mint state has been known to fetch prices ranging from several $100s to a few $1,000s. However, in exceptional cases, where the coin is in flawless condition with perfect grading, it could sell for upwards of $10,000 or more at auction. For example, a 1972 no mint mark penny in MS-67, a grade indicating a coin is almost flawless, could sell for $2,000 to $5,000, depending on the current market trends and the buyer's demand. Some rare and high-grade examples of this penny have been known to exceed $10,000. But this is very rare and usually happens in special auctions or to serious collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for such an elusive find. If you have a 1972 no mint mark penny that you believe might be valuable, it's definitely worth having it professionally graded and appraised. In some cases, a well-preserved penny could surprise you with its market value, especially if you find a buyer who's willing to pay top dollar for it. So, where can you find a 1972 no mint mark penny? These coins are out there, but you'll need to keep your eyes peeled. Many collectors have found them by going through rolls of pennies, checking their change, or purchasing bulk coin collections. You can also search through unsearched penny bags from banks, as they may contain rare coins like the 1972 no mint mark penny. When it comes time to sell your coin, you have several options. Online marketplaces like eBay, specialized numismatic websites, and auction houses are excellent places to list your coin for sale. If you're looking for a quicker and easier way to sell, you can also contact coin dealers or collectors who specialize in rare coins. However, make sure to get multiple appraisals to ensure you're getting the best price for your valuable penny. To wrap things up, the 1972 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is one of those rare finds that can significantly boost your coin collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, knowing the potential value of this coin can open up opportunities for you to strike it rich in the world of coin collecting. If you have a 1972 penny without a mint mark in your collection, make sure to give it a closer look. It might just be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more awesome content on rare and valuable coins. 1982 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin is not just any ordinary penny. Due to its rarity and unique characteristics, it has been causing a stir in the numismatic world. So, if you're a collector or simply someone interested in rare coins, keep watching, because this penny could be worth a lot more than you think. Let's start by discussing what makes the 1982 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny so special. First, you might already know that the United States Mint places a mint mark on most coins to indicate where they were produced, either at the Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco Mint. But in 1982, something unusual happened. During this year, the U.S. Mint produced a series of pennies with different compositions. Some were made with copper, while others were made from a copper-plated zinc alloy. But the key feature we're focusing on today is the 1982 penny without a mint mark. Most of the pennies from this time were either minted in Denver, where they had the D mint mark, or in Philadelphia, where they typically had the P mint mark. However, a very rare number of these 1982 pennies were produced without any mint mark at all, and that's where things get interesting. This no mint mark penny is incredibly rare, and because of this, it has caught the attention of collectors who are willing to pay significant sums for one. So why is this particular penny worth so much? There are a few reasons. First, the absence of the mint mark makes it a rarity. In a world where most pennies of the 1982 year can easily be found in circulation, the no mint mark version stands out as a true anomaly. The rarity of such a coin means it becomes a treasure for collectors who are always on the lookout for missing or unusual pieces to add to their collection. Next, the penny's unique composition is worth mentioning. The coins that were produced in 1982 were the first to transition from copper to a copper-plated zinc alloy. This transition led to a lot of variation, and some of these coins ended up being produced in very limited quantities, making them all the more valuable today. Now, let's talk numbers. What is the 1982 no-mint mark penny worth? Well, depending on its condition, it can be worth anywhere from several $100s to several thousand. However, some high-grade specimens have been known to sell for as much as $10,000 or more. A coin's value can be influenced by factors such as its condition, rarity, and the demand in the current market. If your 1982 no-mint mark penny is in pristine condition with no visible wear or damage, it could fetch a higher price at auction or through private sales. On the other hand, if it's in poor condition with heavy wear and scratches, its value may be lower, but it will still be worth more than a regular penny. For those lucky enough to find a 1982 no-mint mark penny in a condition that qualifies as uncirculated or mint state, the value can easily climb into the tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the market trends at the time. In fact, many collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins like this to add to their collections, which has driven prices higher over the years. You might be wondering how you can tell if you've found one of these rare pennies. It's actually quite simple to identify the 1982 no-mint mark penny. Look at the reverse side of the coin, where you'll find the inscription, E pluribus unum, and the phrase, United States of America. If there is no mint mark on this side of the coin, then you've likely found the rare version. However, keep in mind that it's important to check both sides of the coin for any signs of wear or damage that could lower its value. If you do find one, make sure to handle it with care and consider getting it graded by a professional grading service to determine its true value. So, you've found a 1982 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny in your coin jar or pocket change. What now? If you think you've stumbled upon a valuable penny, the next step is to get it appraised. There are a few places where you can sell or auction your coin, including reputable coin dealers, numismatic conventions, and online auction sites like eBay. Make sure to get multiple appraisals if you want to ensure you're getting the best price. Auction houses and dealers may specialize in rare coins and could potentially help you fetch a higher price for your 1982 no-mint mark penny. Can the 1982 no-mint mark penny be worth millions? While most of these coins are valued in the hundreds or thousands of dollars range, a truly exceptional example, perhaps a perfect specimen with a proven provenance and in excellent condition, could potentially reach prices in the seven-figure range. While this isn't common, it's not impossible either. The world of rare coins is unpredictable, and some incredibly rare pieces have sold for astronomical amounts. If you're lucky enough to own one of these extraordinary examples, there's always the chance that its market value could soar in the future. To sum it up, the 1982 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is a highly coveted coin in the world of numismatics. Its rarity, combined with its historical significance, makes it a desirable piece for collectors and investors alike. If you happen to find one, be sure to carefully check its condition and consider getting it professionally appraised. Whether it's worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions, this coin could be your ticket to a small fortune. 1985 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. This coin has intrigued collectors and investors alike, and in this video, we're going to explore why it's so valuable and what makes it worth millions. If you're into rare coins and the fascinating world of numismatics, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Let's dive into the details of this special penny. We're talking about the 1985 Lincoln penny, specifically the one without a mint mark. You might be wondering, what's so special about this coin? Well, let me tell you. First, let's break down the basic facts about the 1985 penny. Produced by the U.S. Mint in 1985, this penny features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, on the obverse. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic Lincoln Memorial. Now, a typical penny from this year would have been minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Most of the 1985 pennies you come across will have either a D mint mark, indicating they were minted in Denver, or no mint mark, which means they were minted in Philadelphia. However, what makes the 1985 penny without a mint mark so sought after isn't just its age. It's the rarity factor. The 1985 penny with no mint mark is considered scarce, and when you come across one in near perfect condition, you're looking at a coin with incredible potential value. So, why is this particular coin valuable? The answer lies in its scarcity and condition. In general, coins that are in excellent, uncirculated condition are more valuable. But here's the kicker: the 1985 penny without a mint mark is rarer than most collectors realize, and because of that, certain examples of this coin have fetched impressive prices in the marketplace. Some uncirculated 1985 pennies with no mint mark have been sold for several $1,000s at auctions. Yes, you heard that right, thousands of dollars for a coin that you could hold in your hand for less than 1 cent when it was first minted. It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. Now, let's talk numbers. While the typical 1985 penny without a mint mark is worth only a few cents, coins in mint state, or with rare characteristics, have been known to sell for much more. If you happen to find a 1985 penny in perfect condition, also known as MS67 or higher, it could be worth upwards of $1,000 to $3,000, sometimes even more, depending on the buyer's interest. But hold on, that's not the limit. There have been reports of some 1985 pennies with no mint mark being sold for millions of dollars at auctions. It's rare, but if a coin has a perfect grade, unique characteristics, and the right buyer, it could potentially fetch astronomical amounts. While we're not saying that every 1985 penny without a mint mark will make you a millionaire, if you find the right one in impeccable condition, it could change your life. Coin grading is an essential part of determining a coin's value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. To get a higher value, your 1985 penny would need to be graded by a reputable service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These organizations have strict standards that ensure the coin's authenticity and condition. It's also important to note that the price of these rare pennies fluctuates based on market demand, trends in the numismatic community, and economic factors. What's hot today could be a little less valuable tomorrow, so if you do happen to have one of these valuable 1985 pennies, it's crucial to stay updated on the market. In conclusion, the 1985 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark may not look like much at first glance, but if you come across one in near-perfect condition, you could be holding a rare and valuable coin in your hands. From a few cents to thousands, and in rare cases, millions, the value of these pennies is largely determined by their rarity and condition. So, next time you dig through your change, make sure to check for any 1985 pennies without a mint mark. You never know if you've found a hidden gem. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos on rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, and let us know what other coins you'd like to learn about next. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! 1985 The Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, with a mint mark that could just make it more valuable than you ever thought. If you're into coin collecting or simply curious about its market value, stick around because this is going to be an exciting ride. The 1985 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as denoted by the D mint mark on the coin. This penny, like many others, is often overlooked by collectors because it was produced in large quantities. However, as we dive deeper into the details of this coin, you'll understand why certain 1985 D pennies could hold hidden value far beyond their face value of just 1 cent. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But despite its familiar appearance, not all of these pennies are created equal, and today, we're focusing specifically on the 1985 D. You may be wondering, what makes the 1985 D Lincoln penny so special? Well, let's break it down. First, while 1985 D pennies were produced in large numbers, there are certain factors that can affect their value significantly. Like all coins, its condition plays a huge role in determining its worth. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition are much more valuable than those that show wear from circulation. But even more important is the rarity and any potential errors that could be present on the coin. For example, you'll want to look out for special characteristics such as double die errors, minting flaws, or even coins that were struck with unusual die variations. These errors are often what makes certain pennies go from being worth a few cents to being worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars in some cases. Now that you know the basics, let's talk about how to spot a potentially valuable 1985 D penny in your collection. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A well-preserved, uncirculated penny will fetch a higher price than one that has seen years of circulation. Coins that are graded MS65, mint state 65, or higher can command much higher prices on the market. As mentioned earlier, errors are key to making a 1985 D penny stand out. Look for double dies, which occur when the coin's design is struck twice, slightly misaligned. You should also inspect the lettering and numbers closely to see if there are any other noticeable minting errors. In addition to minting errors, some coins may have unique features that add to their desirability. These include coins with unusual wear patterns, die cracks, or off-center strikes. So, what's the current market value of the 1985 D penny? While most 1985 D pennies are worth only their face value of 1 cent, if your penny is in exceptional condition or has a minting error, you could see a huge boost in its price. In typical circulated condition, a 1985 D penny is worth anywhere from 2 to 5 cents. These are your everyday, common pennies that won't break the bank, but there's still a piece of history. If you happen to have an uncirculated 1985 D penny, its value could range from $1 to $3, depending on the grade. Coins graded as MS65 or higher may fetch between $5 to $10 or more. Now, here's where things get really exciting. If you find a 1985 D penny with a rare error, like a double die or a striking mistake, it could be worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. For example, a 1985 D penny with a notable error could range in value from $100 to $1,000 or more, depending on the severity and rarity of the mistake. In extremely rare cases, certain 1985 D pennies with unique errors have sold for over $5,000. But these are the exceptions, not the rule. However, if you come across one, it could be your ticket to a small fortune. Now, let's get to the million-dollar question. Is there really a 1985 D Lincoln penny worth $1 million? While there have been coins from various years and mints that have sold for multi-million-dollar sums, such as the 1943 copper penny or certain rare era coins, It's extremely unlikely that a standard 1985 penny will reach such high prices. That said, if you have an extremely rare and pristine example, or if you find an era coin that is unique and highly sought after by collectors, there's always a chance that the market could surprise us. So while you might not find $1 million coin in your pocket, don't underestimate the potential of this humble penny. If you believe you've got a valuable 1985 penny on your hands, it's important to get it evaluated properly. You can take it to a professional coin grader, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, (NGC), or the Professional Coin Grading Service, (PCGS), to get an official grade and authentication. Once graded, you can decide whether to sell your coin through online auction sites like eBay, through a local coin dealer, or even at a coin show. Just remember that selling rare coins requires proper documentation and an understanding of the market, so make sure you do your research before making any decisions. So, there you have it. The 1985 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like just another coin in your collection, but with a little knowledge and a keen eye for details, it could be worth much more than you ever imagined. Whether it's an error, a high-grade specimen, or just a penny with historical significance, this coin has the potential to bring in some serious cash. 1987 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. And let me tell you, this coin can be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Stay tuned to find out why this specific penny might just be a hidden treasure. Now, let's start by giving you some context. The 1987 Lincoln penny was minted in the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark located on the reverse side of the coin. This penny, like other Lincoln pennies, was produced as part of the ongoing series featuring Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln pennies are known for their copper composition, which is highly sought after by collectors and those looking to invest in precious metals. While 1987 might not seem like a particularly special year in terms of major historical events for the Lincoln cent series, there's something unique about the 1987 penny that has caught the attention of serious coin collectors. So, what exactly makes this 1987 penny stand out in the world of numismatics? Well, it all comes down to errors, condition, and rarity. As with many coins, if a penny has a mistake, or is in excellent, uncirculated condition, it can be worth far more than its face value. Let's break down some of the key factors that can make this coin valuable. If you happen to find a 1987 penny with an error such as double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks, you've hit the jackpot. These types of mistakes during the minting process can greatly increase the value of your coin. Some error coins have sold for thousands of dollars, and in some rare cases, even more. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, or one that is graded MS-65 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service, can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the error or unique characteristics it might have. Even a penny that looks well preserved can fetch a decent price, but the more flawless it is, the higher the potential value. Not every 1987 penny is valuable, but finding a coin that is in excellent condition or has a minting error could set you up for a profitable sale. There's also the aspect of demand in the coin market. When certain coins catch the attention of collectors, the price can skyrocket. The rarity of a specific year or mint mark will always influence its value, and for the 1987 penny, any unique characteristics or mistakes can make it a hot commodity. What is the current market value of the 1987 Lincoln penny? The value really varies depending on the coin's condition and any errors that might be present. A regular, circulated 1987 penny in average condition is typically worth just 1 cent, or maybe a few cents more if someone is buying it as part of a collection. But the story doesn't end there. If your penny is in uncirculated, mint condition, graded at MS-65 or higher, it could be worth around $5 to $15 on the market. These coins are highly collectible and can fetch a good price. Error coins or ones with unique characteristics like double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks can see prices climb into the hundreds of dollars, or even more if the error is particularly rare. Some of these have been sold for over $1,000 or more at auctions. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. The most rare and most valuable 1980-70 penny is one with an especially rare error or a coin that is considered highly sought after by collectors. In some cases, these coins have been sold for upwards of $10,000 to $50,000, depending on their uniqueness and condition. But what if I told you that there are instances where a 1980-70 penny could be worth even more? Yes, in extreme cases, especially if a coin has significant historical relevance, is graded at the highest level, MS-70, or has a truly unique error, it could be worth millions. However, these types of examples are incredibly rare and would require a penny to be near perfect or have a 1 in a million error. You might be wondering, how do I find one of these valuable pennies? Well, here are a few tips. Look through your spare change. You might have a 1980-70 penny just sitting in your pocket change. Keep an eye out for any that look different, have minting errors, or are in unusually good condition. Visit local coin shops. Dealers who specialize in rare and collectible coins may have valuable 1980-70 pennies in stock. You can also ask them to check your collection. Online marketplaces and auction sites, websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and other online platforms often feature rare pennies up for auction. Watching these sales can help you gauge the current market value. The 1980-70 Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary coin, but as we've seen, it can be worth much more than its face value if you know what to look for. Whether it's a rare minting error or a well-preserved specimen, you could be holding on to a valuable treasure that is worth far more than just 1 cent. If you think you've got a 1980-70 penny with an error or in excellent condition, don't hesitate to get it appraised or graded by a professional. It could be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars. 1989 Lincoln 1-cent penny. While it may seem like just another common penny, this coin has some hidden value, and in today's video, we'll explore its current market value and how it could even be worth thousands, or even millions, if you're lucky. So, if you're interested in discovering how a simple 1989 penny could turn into a real treasure, keep watching. Let's start by taking a quick look at the history behind the 1989 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, featuring Abraham Lincoln's iconic portrait. By the time 1989 rolled around, the design had been in circulation for over 80 years. But even though these coins were produced in the billions, there are still certain varieties and specific details that make certain years, like 1989, more valuable than others. Before we dive into the value of the 1989 Lincoln penny, let's first make sure we're talking about the right coin. The 1989 penny features Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, back. These pennies were minted by the U.S. Mint in both Philadelphia and Denver, meaning you could find either a plain, no mint mark, or a D mint mark on your coin. The mint mark is typically located under the year on the obverse, indicating where the coin was produced. But even though these coins were mass-produced, it's important to know that there are certain factors that can impact their value, and it all comes down to the condition of the coin, its rarity, and whether there are any unique features that make it stand out. Now, let's talk about the value of a 1989 penny in today's market. The good news is that most 1989 pennies are still relatively low in value. In fact, the typical 1989 penny in circulated condition might only be worth 1 cent, what you'd expect to pay for any other penny. But here's where things get interesting. There are certain versions of the 1989 penny that can fetch a higher price in the right condition. For example, a 1989 penny in mint state, meaning it has been well preserved and shows no signs of wear or damage, could be worth more than just 1 cent. A coin in pristine condition could fetch anywhere from 10 to 20 cents, and sometimes even more at auction. But what if you have a rare variation or an error coin? Now we're talking about potential big money. Error coins are one of the most sought-after types of collectible coins because they are unique and can be extremely rare. For example, some collectors are on the lookout for 1989 pennies with off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks. These errors can make a coin far more valuable, especially if it's in great condition. A 1989 penny with a rare error could easily sell for $50 or more, depending on the severity of the error and the overall condition of the coin. One of the most notable error types is the double die error, where the coin's design is struck more than once, causing the features on the coin to appear doubled. If you find a 1989 penny with a double die error, you might be looking at a coin worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. The next thing you need to consider when determining the value of your 1989 penny is the coin's grade or condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A higher grade means a higher value. Here's a breakdown of how the condition can affect the value. These coins are heavily worn, and the details are hard to make out. A 1989 penny in this condition might not be worth much more than face value, even if it's an error coin. The coin still shows wear but is recognizable. At this grade, the coin may be worth slightly more than face value, especially if it has a minor error or is in better condition than other pennies. Coins at this level are much more appealing to collectors, with clear, sharp details still visible. The price for these could range anywhere from 25 cents to a few dollars. Coins that have never been circulated and are in near-perfect condition can command significant value. If your 1989 penny is in mint state, it could be worth $5 to $20, or even higher depending on its rarity. Another thing to look out for is the mint mark. As mentioned earlier, 1989 pennies were struck in both Philadelphia and Denver. The Denver mint mark, D, is typically more common, but if you have a 1989 penny without a mint mark, meaning it was minted in Philadelphia, it could be of special interest to collectors. While there isn't a huge difference in value between the two, rarer minting variations always stand out. And don't forget about proof coins. These are coins that were specially made for collectors and are often in perfect condition, which makes them highly sought after. A proof 1989 penny could fetch a higher price depending on its condition and certification. If you think you have a 1989 penny that could be worth more than its face value, you'll want to get it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or ncaa. These grading services will evaluate your coin's condition and authenticity, and give you a grade that can help determine its value in the market. Grading is particularly important if you're hoping to sell your coin or add it to your collection. You can also check auction sites like eBay or visit coin dealers to get a sense of what similar 1989 pennies are going for. Keep in mind that the market value of coins can fluctuate, so be patient and do your research. To wrap it all up, the 1989 Lincoln penny might not be worth much in its everyday form, but with the right condition, mint mark, or error variation, it could be worth a lot more. Whether you have a regular penny or a rare error coin, it's worth taking the time to examine your 1989 pennies. You might just have a hidden treasure on your hands. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more coin collecting tips and valuable finds. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare 1989 penny and what it was worth. 2005 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. We're going to explore its history, what makes it rare, its current market value, and how it could possibly be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. So stick around until the end, because this coin may be more valuable than you think. Let's start with a little background on this coin. The 2005 Lincoln 1-cent penny is part of the ongoing series of pennies featuring Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The year 2005 was particularly significant because it marked the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. In 2005, the U.S. Mint produced a series of pennies that featured a special reverse design to commemorate Lincoln's legacy. These were part of a year-long celebration that saw multiple designs showcasing important moments from Lincoln's life and legacy, including the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse and the newer versions marking the bicentennial of his birth. The most notable coins from this series are the 2005 pennies that include the birthplace design, which depicted a log cabin symbolizing Lincoln's humble beginnings, and the formative years design, which shows a scene of Lincoln's life as a young man in Indiana. But while all 2005 pennies were made to celebrate this important milestone, some are more rare and valuable than others. It's not just about the design. It's about the minting process and specific coins that have become valuable to collectors. So, why is the 2005 penny potentially worth so much? There are a few key factors that determine the value of any coin, and the 2005 penny is no exception. Let's break down the main reasons. First, you need to pay attention to the mint mark on your coin. Most coins produced in the US will have a mint mark indicating where they were made. The 2005 Lincoln penny came from various mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and even the San Francisco Mint, which produced some proof versions. Coins with certain mint marks or rare varieties can significantly increase in value. For example, the 2005 penny with the D mint mark, meaning it was produced in Denver, is often more common, while the S mint mark, produced in San Francisco for proof coins, can sometimes have a higher value among collectors. Another important factor when determining the value of a coin is whether it has an error or a mistake during the minting process. Errors are highly prized among collectors because they're unique. For example, some 2005 pennies were struck with double die errors, where the design was printed twice, giving the coin a distinct look. If you happen to find a 2005 penny with a noticeable error, such as a double die or a misalignment in the design, it could be worth far more than its face value. Error coins can sometimes fetch thousands of dollars at auctions, depending on how significant the mistake is. So, what's the current market value of a 2005 Lincoln penny? The value can vary greatly depending on several factors, such as its mint mark, condition, and whether it has any errors. For a regular 2005 penny in good condition, such as one with no noticeable wear or damage, you're likely looking at a value close to its face value of 1 cent. These coins are relatively common, and unless they have something unique about them, they won't fetch much more than their basic value. However, if the coin is in uncirculated condition, it could be worth slightly more, possibly up to $1 or $2, particularly if it's from a special mint or series. The 2005 Lincoln penny from the San Francisco Mint, especially in proof condition, might fetch a bit more, ranging from a few dollars to upwards of $10 in certain cases. Now, when it comes to error coins, that's where things get interesting. A 2005 penny with a double die error or another notable flaw could be worth several $100s, depending on its condition and the error's prominence. Some error pennies have been sold at auction for thousands of dollars, with certain rare varieties reaching as high as $5,000 or more. Now, you might be wondering, can the 2005 penny really be worth $1 million? While it's unlikely that your typical 2005 penny will reach such extreme heights, it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility for a truly rare and highly sought-after error coin to fetch a high price at auction. For example, a well-known case in the coin collecting world involved a rare error coin from the 1943 penny series, which sold for over $1 million. While the 2005 Lincoln penny is much newer and less likely to reach such astronomical values, certain collectors are always on the lookout for specific varieties that could surprise us. So, if you have a rare error or uncirculated coin, it might be worth getting it appraised. But keep in mind that rarity, condition, and the right market will determine how high a 2005 Lincoln penny can go in terms of value. If you think you might have a rare 2005 penny in your collection or even in your pocket, it's important to inspect it carefully. Look for unique features like double die errors, off-center strikes, or unusual wear patterns that could increase its value. You should also consider getting your coin professionally graded by services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, (NGC), or the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS). A coin's grade, whether it's uncirculated, proof, or in some cases, damaged, plays a big role in determining its worth. You can also check online auction sites, coin dealers, and auction houses to get an idea of how much similar 2005 pennies are selling for. The value can fluctuate based on demand, so it's important to stay informed. So there you have it. While most 2005 Lincoln pennies might only be worth a few cents, there are rare and valuable exceptions that can fetch quite a price, especially if you have an error or minting variety in great condition. Whether your 2005 penny is worth $1, a few $100s, or even more, It's always exciting to know the true potential of your coin collection. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, their value, and how to spot hidden treasures in your pocket, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. Have any 2005 pennies lying around? Let us know in the comments below if you've spotted any rare finds. 2008 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that might not look like much to the untrained eye, but its value can surprise you. We're going to explore what makes this penny so unique, the market value of the 2008 penny, and why some of these coins are worth millions of dollars. So, make sure to stick around until the end to learn more. First, let's take a closer look at the 2008 Lincoln penny. The 2008 penny is notable because it was issued to commemorate the bicentennial of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. This coin is part of a series that began in 2009, featuring 4 different designs celebrating Lincoln's legacy. But what sets the 2008 penny apart from other years? The 2008 penny features a classic design that has been used for many years. On the obverse, we have Abraham Lincoln's profile, designed by Victor David Brenner, with the familiar inscription, "In God We Trust." On the reverse, we have the traditional shield design, with the inscription "United States of America and E Pluribus Unum." But unlike many other years, the 2008 penny can have some unique characteristics, depending on its mint mark. One important factor that can affect the value of a coin is its mint mark. The mint mark indicates where the coin was produced, and for the 2008 Lincoln penny, we have 3 different varieties. There's the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and a very rare variety with the S Mint mark from the San Francisco Mint, which is the key to understanding its higher value. But let's break down what you need to know about the general market value first. The standard 2008 penny, in good condition, is worth just 1 cent, as expected. However, its market value can increase depending on its condition and, of course, any rare features. If you have a 2008 penny in mint state condition, meaning it's virtually flawless, it could be worth a little more, anywhere from 10 to 30 cents. This is especially true for those that come from a particular mint that produced fewer coins. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. While most 2008 pennies won't fetch you much more than a few cents, there are certain rare varieties and errors that can push this coin's value into the millions. Let's talk about one of the most significant aspects, the 2008 penny with a rare double die error. Some 2008 pennies have been discovered with a double die error, which means that the design on the coin is imprinted twice. This kind of error is very rare, and coins like this can be extremely valuable to collectors. The error occurs when the die used to strike the coin has a misalignment, and the result is a design that is duplicated. Coins with these kinds of errors can fetch prices in the thousands, depending on their condition and authenticity. Some have even sold for upwards of $20,000 at auctions. But the $1 million mark? That's a bit rarer, and it typically involves a combination of factors like pristine condition, the rarity of the mint mark, and an exceptionally rare error. So, why is a 2008 Lincoln penny worth millions in certain cases? The value of rare coins is driven by scarcity, demand, and the condition of the coin. Coins with rare minting errors or other unique characteristics are highly sought after by collectors. The more unique the feature, the higher the demand, and the higher the price. For example, the 2008 double-die penny is incredibly rare, and because not many were produced, the ones that exist are worth a premium. Now that you know what to look for, how do you find one of these valuable 2008 pennies? Here's a tip: start by examining your change. Check your pennies for any obvious errors, like doubling in the lettering or unusual features. It's important to inspect both the obverse and the reverse sides. You'll also want to pay attention to the mint mark, especially if you find one from the San Francisco Mint or any other distinguishing marks. If you come across a penny that looks unusual, don't just assume it's worthless. Consider getting it authenticated by a professional to determine whether it might be a rare variety that could be worth thousands or even millions. So, what's the bottom line? The 2008 Abraham Lincoln penny in its regular form is worth just a penny, but with the right mint mark, condition, or error, it can be worth much more. Coins with rare errors, like the double die, could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, and in extremely rare cases, even millions. Remember, coin collecting isn't just about finding valuable coins, it's about the thrill of discovery and the connection to history. Who knows, you might just find a penny in your pocket that's worth more than you ever imagined. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more amazing coin stories like this one. Happy hunting, and we'll see you in the next video. 2008 penny that are worth much more than their face value. Let's explore what makes this particular coin so special, the current market value, and why some of these pennies could be worth millions. To understand why the 2008 Lincoln penny is generating such buzz, let's start with a little background. The Lincoln penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, has been in circulation since 1909, making it one of the oldest and most recognizable U.S. coins. In 2008, the U.S. Mint issued a series of Lincoln pennies to commemorate the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The series featured 4 different designs on the reverse side of the coin, each representing a different part of Lincoln's life. These designs were part of a special initiative to honor Lincoln's legacy, and the 2008 penny is one of those coins, minted at the Denver Mint. Now, let's talk about the significance of the 2008 penny. At first glance, this may seem like just another regular penny in circulation. However, there's more than meets the eye. There are certain factors that could make this coin incredibly valuable, such as its rarity, errors in minting, and the market demand for certain versions of the coin. The Denver Mint, known for producing a large number of pennies, is where this coin was struck, and that D mint mark on the obverse side indicates its place of origin. So, what makes some 2008 pennies worth more than others? Well, it all comes down to a few key factors. First, there are specific era coins that have made their way into the market, and these are often worth much more than the standard versions. For example, you might find a 2008 penny with a double die, or one with misprints in the lettering or design. These errors are highly sought after by collectors, and as a result, they can fetch prices far above their face value. In addition to era coins, some 2008 pennies have been preserved in exceptional condition. Coins graded by professionals as being in mint state condition can also command high prices, especially if they are free from any signs of wear and tear. A coin with a high grade can sometimes be worth thousands of dollars or more, depending on the rarity and demand in the market. So, how much is the 2008 penny worth today? Well, the value of the coin can vary depending on the condition and any errors it might have. In general, a regular 2008 penny in circulated condition is worth only its face value of 1 cent. However, coins that are in excellent condition, especially those graded by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to tens of dollars. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a 2008 penny with an error, the value can be much higher. For example, a 2008 penny with a double die error has been known to fetch anywhere from $50 to $100 or more, depending on the severity of the error. Some highly sought-after varieties of this coin, like those with strong die cracks or other unique features, can even be worth several $100s. Some collectors believe that a perfectly preserved 2008 penny, with no noticeable errors and in a high grade, could one day be worth a lot more, potentially even reaching the $1 million mark in the distant future. This is because of the scarcity factor. As time passes and more of these coins get lost, damaged, or worn out, the number of well-preserved examples will decrease, making the ones that remain more valuable. There are a few key factors that will play into whether the 2008 penny can ever reach $1 million value. First, the rarity of era coins and those in pristine condition is crucial. If an extremely rare era coin is discovered or a high-grade example is preserved and stored properly, the demand for it could push the price up significantly. Second, the overall interest in Lincoln pennies and U.S. coins could play a role in increasing the value. Collecting coins has been a popular hobby for centuries, and as more people get interested in numismatics, the demand for rare coins, including the 2008 penny, may increase, leading to higher market prices. Lastly, inflation, and the historical significance of the coin could make it more desirable over time. As people look back at the history of U.S. currency, special editions like the 2008 Lincoln Pennies, which commemorate Lincoln's bicentennial, might become even more valuable in the future. If you think you might have a valuable 2008 penny, here are a few things to look for. Ensure that the coin has the D mint mark, indicating that it was struck at the Denver Mint. Look for coins that are in excellent condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin will be. Check for common errors like double dies, die cracks, or other misprints. These can significantly increase the value of the coin. Consider having the coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or ncaa, especially if you believe it's in mint condition or has an error. A high-grade certified coin will be much more valuable. In conclusion, while the 2008 Lincoln Penny may not seem like a high-value coin at first glance, there are certain factors that can make it worth far more than its face value. Whether it's an error coin, one in pristine condition, or just a well-preserved example, the value of these pennies could grow over time. As with any coin collection, the rarity, condition, and market demand are all crucial to determining value. So, the next time you come across a 2008 penny, take a closer look. It might just be worth more than you think. 2016 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. You might be surprised to learn that this seemingly ordinary penny could be worth millions of dollars. Let's uncover the fascinating details of this penny and why it could be worth so much. First, let's start with a bit of background on the 2016 Lincoln penny itself. This coin, like all 1-cent pieces, features the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the reverse showcases the Union shield with the phrase, E pluribus unum, above it. The 2016 penny was minted as part of the ongoing series of Lincoln cents, and like most modern coins, it's struck in copper-plated zinc. Now, normally, pennies minted in the United States carry a mint mark, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. However, the 2016 Lincoln penny we're talking about has no mint mark, which is where the mystery begins. Why does it have no mint mark? What makes it stand out in the world of coin collecting? Let's find out. The absence of a mint mark is highly unusual for a 2016 penny. Typically, coins minted in Philadelphia do not bear a mint mark, but they are supposed to be clearly distinguished from those struck in other mints. The fact that the 2016 Lincoln penny lacks a mint mark doesn't just set it apart visually, it signals a rare error in the minting process. Collectors have long known that certain years and specific errors in minting can significantly increase a coin's value. For the 2016 Lincoln penny, the lack of a mint mark makes it an error coin, and error coins are often sought after due to their scarcity. Coins that are not supposed to exist in a particular form or state of condition are considered anomalies, and those anomalies are typically worth a lot more on the market. Now, let's talk about the million-dollar question. Why is the 2016 Lincoln penny without a mint mark worth so much? First, it's important to understand that error coins are valuable because they don't come around every day. A coin that's been struck without a mint mark is extremely rare, and the rarity factor is one of the key determinants of value in the coin world. A typical 2016 Lincoln penny, one minted with a mint mark, might only be worth a few cents. However, the no mint mark version has been known to sell for thousands, and in some cases, even millions of dollars, depending on its condition and provenance. The scarcity of this penny makes it a highly sought-after collector's item. If you have a 2016 penny with no mint mark, the condition of the coin is crucial in determining its exact market value. Uncirculated coins that are in pristine condition are likely to fetch higher prices. A coin with sharp, clear details and no signs of wear is the most valuable, as collectors prize these in particular. Additionally, if the coin has been verified by professional grading services and has received a high grade, it could command an even higher price. So, what does the current market for this penny look like? As of recent auctions and sales, 2016 Lincoln pennies with no mint mark have been known to sell for astronomical amounts, ranging anywhere from several thousand to a few $1 million. Some recent sales have seen rare examples fetching over $1 million. Why such a large price tag? The rarity is the driving factor. Not only is this an era coin, but it's also from a time when the US Mint was producing millions of pennies each year. The chances of finding an era like this are slim, which adds to the coin's value. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the opportunity to own a piece of US minting history, especially when it involves such an unusual mistake. If you think you might have a 2016 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, it's essential to know how to properly identify it. The most obvious feature is the lack of a mint mark under the date on the obverse of the coin. The absence of this mark, which is typically located to the right of the date, is the key detail that sets this coin apart from others. When it comes to valuing the coin, remember that condition is everything. Coins in perfect or near perfect condition will always be worth more. Make sure to carefully inspect your penny for any wear, scratches, or damage that could affect its grade. If you believe you have a rare 2016 no mint mark penny, consider having it professionally graded by a reputable service such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, (NGC), or the Professional Coin Grading Service, (PCGS). These services can assess the coin's authenticity and assign it a grade, which will directly impact its market value. In conclusion, the 2016 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark is an exciting find in the world of coin collecting. Its rarity and status as an era coin make it incredibly valuable, potentially worth millions of dollars, depending on its condition and provenance. If you think you have one of these rare pennies, take the time to have it authenticated and graded by a professional, as it could be your ticket to owning a truly priceless piece of history. 2020 D Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. You might not think of a penny as something valuable, but you'd be surprised at what this specific coin is worth in today's market. Stick around to the end because we'll also talk about how some of these pennies could even be worth millions of dollars. You won't want to miss this. The 2020 D Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is part of the ongoing series of pennies released by the United States Mint. This particular coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the D mint mark on the reverse side. As you know, Abraham Lincoln has been featured on the obverse of the penny since 1909, and the reverse shows the iconic Lincoln Memorial, though this design was replaced in 2009 with the shield design to mark the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 2020 D penny, much like its predecessors, has been in circulation since its release, and it has a typical copper-plated zinc composition. But what makes this coin unique or valuable? Let's take a closer look at the factors that could make this penny worth far more than its face value. When assessing the value of a coin, several factors come into play. These include: the grade of the coin is critical in determining its worth. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to perfect, with grades like MS60, MS65, and MS70 indicating higher quality. The better the condition of your 2020 D penny, the higher its potential value. Typically, the more common a coin is, the lower its value. However, certain variations, errors, or minting anomalies can drastically increase a coin's worth. While the 2020 D penny is not rare in the traditional sense, certain minting errors or misprints can make them incredibly valuable. Market demand plays a huge role in the value of any coin. Coins that are in high demand, whether because of a historical significance, a celebrity connection, or simply because of a specific rarity, can fetch much higher prices than others. This is where it gets interesting. Many collectors are looking for specific types of errors, such as double dies, die cracks, or even coins with unique features. While the 2020 D penny may seem like a regular coin at first glance, it could have some hidden attributes that would make it worth far more than 1 cent. So, what is the 2020 D Lincoln penny worth right now? Under typical circumstances, the 2020 D penny in circulated condition is worth only 1 cent. However, when it comes to uncirculated coins, especially those in mint condition, graded MS65 or higher, they may command a value of around 50 cents to $2, depending on the market and the specific interest at the time. Now, if your 2020 D penny has a unique feature, such as a rare error or a very high grade, the value could increase significantly. Coins with grading higher than MS65, especially those that are in pristine condition, can sometimes fetch values ranging from $5 to $10 or more. The real excitement comes when you're looking for potential errors or rare variations. There have been reports of 2020D pennies that have unusual die cracks, misstrikes, or other anomalies. While these error coins are rare, they are highly sought after by collectors, and can sell for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. For example, a 2020D penny with a double die could be worth anywhere from $50 to $100 in higher grades. In some rare cases, pennies with significant minting errors can even push into the thousands of dollars range. A major mint error could turn an otherwise average penny into a valuable treasure. Now, here's where things get even more intriguing. While it's not common, a 2020D Lincoln penny with a significant error or a truly unique characteristic could eventually be worth millions of dollars. You might be thinking, how could a modern penny be worth that much? Well, let's look at the example of coins like the 1943 copper penny, which is worth millions due to its rare error, or the 1955 double die penny, which has sold for six figures at auction. The market for rare coins is unpredictable, but the potential for large returns on a penny like the 2020D is always possible. If the right error is discovered, or if a large-scale demand emerges for this specific coin, we could see this penny's value skyrocket to unprecedented levels. Who knows, your 2020D penny, stored in your collection, could one day be worth a small fortune, and who wouldn't want to cash in on that kind of rare find? If you're looking to find valuable 2020D Lincoln pennies, you'll want to pay close attention to the following. Make sure to examine the penny carefully for any signs of wear. The better the condition, the more valuable it could be. Coins that are kept in mint condition, free of any scratches or stains, are more desirable to collectors. Errors like double dies, misaligned dies, or unique minting flaws can make a huge difference in value. To spot these, you may need to inspect the coin closely under magnification. If you believe you have an exceptional 2020D penny, get it professionally graded by a reputable grading company like PCGS or ncaa. A high-grade coin can make a significant difference in its value. So, there you have it. While the 2020D Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is a standard penny in most cases, it does have the potential to be much more valuable, especially if it has minting errors or is in top condition. While it's unlikely that your 2020D penny will make you a millionaire overnight, the coin market can be unpredictable, and you never know what treasures might be hidden in your change. Keep an eye out for errors and rare finds, and who knows, your next penny might just turn out to be worth far more than you thought. Thanks for tuning in to this deep dive on the 2020D Lincoln penny. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin tips and market updates.